confetti. They are the champions.
It's a tournament two-step for GCU basketball. The men's and women's programs, both teams in the NCAA tournament.
Strike three called GCU. Your last tourney chance.
It's gone! Grand Canyon, 4 straight championships.
Championship after championship for the Lopes. A true powerhouse of collegiate sports.
The Lopes are in the Mountain West Conference.
We're in.
Our future is set.
Our time is now.
Lopes up.
A new era for bigger competition.
We're coming for you, and we're bringing the party.
Despite no boost, that 50's even better. Nando, back post, bang! The wide open shot off the backboard, a pass down into B-Boy. That's the chemistry I'm looking for.
Nightmare's right there to take it right back from him. Rapid, oh no, Nightmare Rally follows through, taking it right out of Rapid's hands.
This is GCU Esports.
Welcome to Grand Canyon University, coming to you live right here in Phoenix, Arizona.
It's a wonderful day for some esports, GCU. Here comes our GCU esports players heading to the esports arena. Come on, Lopes, let's cheer on our home gamers.
Yes, I can feel the energy from here. I'm so excited to see how this match plays out, aren't you?
I'm so excited.
Yes, I can't wait to see. Good evening, fans. Thank you for joining GCU Esports for the Mountain West Conference featuring Rocket League. We are your hosts. I'm Melody Hankins.
And I'm Danny Retta.
In case you haven't heard, have you heard?
No, I have not.
GCU has formally joined the Mountain West D1 Athletics Conference. This is huge news because it puts GCU Esports at the same level as basketball, baseball, softball, and come on, let's face it, esports is deserving at a place on that table. Just like golf, chess, and baseball, it's among the most hardest, fast-paced, and mentally challenging sports out there.
From here on out, you can expect higher levels of competition, a consistent schedule, and live coverage all season long. Esports is a part of the Mountain West now, and we're just getting the party started. So make sure you keep an eye out for the Lopes this year.
Tonight's Rocket League match will be GCU versus San José State. And to help us break down the action tonight, we are joined by our brilliant casters, Jacob and Stunt. Guys, how's the weather over there?
Thank you, Melody. You really flatter us. And over here, we're kind of cooking a little bit at that cool 100-some-odd degrees.
Oh, yes, we're cooking too.
Yes, we are both very stoked about the match tonight, first match of the Mountain West Conference. And like she said before, my name is Jacob.
And I'm Stunt.
And this is going to be a very exciting first match for the GCU Lopes. But don't forget that because we're in the Mountain West, we do have games coming up after this with all of the teams in the Mountain West Conference. So looking at the schedule, next week, we're going up against Hawaii, Manoa, and so on. We'll go through the rest of the teams. But first, we got to look at the standings of everyone currently. Now, obviously, because it is the beginning of the season, nobody is having a certain advantage over anybody yet, but I'm expecting to see GCU start to pull ahead here after this first game. Now, let's meet our teams. First, we have the opposing team of San Jose, who are going to be having a lineup of Biu, Cayenne, and Cobb. Now, for our GCU Lopes.
Yeah, for our GCU Lopes, first off, we have Bean Boy. Bean Boy, great player, big time Demore, major in IT project management. Bean Boy has been here before, done it for a minute. His last hurrah at GCU, let's see how it turns out. Next up, we have Nando, El Capitan, major in computer science. Nando is here to lead his team to victory and here to lock down all parts of the field and, yeah, just straight up dominate. Next up, we have Nightmare Rally. Nightmare Rally, the defensive anchor of the team, major in communications broadcast. Nightmare Rally once again, developmental player, been around the block, knows what's up, now is a starting role at GCU Esports. Let's see what he can do today.
And you cannot forget about Coach Stormy here, making sure that the mental game of everybody stays top-notch. He's the head coach for a reason. Now, before we get into the game, let's look at the stats. And because we're at the first game of the conference, we don't have anything just yet, but what can we expect out of these guys?
Yeah, once again, as you said at the very beginning, not much to go off of, but as I said before, Nightmare Rally, I'm looking for a lot of saves out of him today. A lot of really goal line clutch defensive saves. Then we have Bean Boy. Bean Boy is a really good demo heavy player. Bean Boy can disrupt all halves of the field, especially the other team's back line. And then finally, we have the captain, Nando. Nando can really just turn the game on its head, can take over, and can dictate the pace of the play.
Oh yeah, and speaking of El Capitan, we're actually going to have him come up here and give you a basic rundown of how Rocket League actually works.
Rocket League, essentially just card soccer. 2 teams of 3 face off to see who can score more goals in 5 minutes. Players can use boost pads located around the map to fly and speed up to beat their opponent to the ball. Not only is Rocket League fast-paced, but also about strategy and teamwork. All this combined makes Rocket League the most exciting esport in the world.
Thank you, Nando. Now, let's start getting into a little bit of what we expect to see here. Because, I mean, first game of the conference, and a team that we are very familiar with, GCU Lopes. These guys have been a team for a while. They've played for a while. Versus the San Jose roster. While all established players, they haven't actually been in this team composition before.
Yeah, San Jose State, really a bunch of unproven commodities put together here. I'm really looking out for BU here to really make a difference on that team. But for GCU, GCU has been known to be a pass-heavy, offensive, aggressive team, especially with Bean Boy backing up with the demos and having Nightmare back as a great third man. It can really dictate, once again, the pace of play in this series.
Oh yeah, exactly. The GCU Lopes are known to have a very demo-heavy gameplay here, where they're very aggressive. They like to break up the chain of command they got going on the other team and try and just get in their heads a little bit and make them second-guess what they do, because they're not sure when you say Bean Boy or Nando comes in and breaks up a pass because they didn't look out for his demo.
Yeah, and from what I've seen from San Jose State, they can play very touch-heavy. They can play very aggressive at times, but they're very touch-heavy. They tend to lose the ball a little bit, but GCU, with that aggressive play style, might be caught out of position a few times, and the ball might find its way into the net.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see how the teams adapt to each other, because, again, with San Jose being much more of a touch-heavy game, centered game, there's going to be a lot of touch and then sending it straight to somebody else or taking that shot straight ahead. So we'll have to see how defensively GCU responds to that, or if it's going to go the other way around.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how BU plays. BU, really great mechanical player. I assume he's the captain of the team. He's been around San Jose State for a while, was on the team last year, and now he has new players around him getting ready to go. But as we see here in the arena, the GCU Lopes are up and ready for some Rocket League action.
Oh yeah, everyone's getting excited for this one, because this is going to kind of set the pace for the GCU Lopes, because after this, they're going to steamroll.
Yeah, start of the season is really important to get the first match, the first game, just get that 1-0 start. That 1-0 start is really important in just dictating how the rest of the season goes for both GCU and San Jose State. San Jose State, I'm looking at them as kind of the underdogs here. And what do you think?
I'm going to have to agree with you, mostly just because the roster itself is a new one for San Jose, because all of these players, this is going to be their first time playing in a match together like this, versus our own GCU Lopes, who these guys have all played together in some regard before, either as scrims against each other or with GCU players in the past. So they know how to communicate, they know how to watch each other's blind spots, and they know how to catch each other if they start to lose a little momentum and then bounce back.
I'm interested in seeing how San Jose State cleans up some of their boost game here. GCU is really known for harassing the other team and taking a lot of the boost pads, a lot of the big boosts away from other teams. And San Jose State really heavily relies on big boosts. They're not great padders, as you would say, but yeah, I'm excited to see how GCU attacks this challenge, especially knowing some of these things, and Coach Stormy has his team ready.
Oh yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see is if that aggression that GCU is known for comes out right out of the gate. If maybe they're going to wait a second and let San Jose get maybe a false sense of security, maybe let them get into this comfortable position of doing these one touches, passing to each other, getting comfortable in these different spots, getting used to rotation, and then GCU coming in and disrupting that and forcing them to kind of scramble.
Yeah, that's right, Jacob. My only thing with that is it's a 5-game series, much shorter than a 7-game series, and the play can really get ahead from you. If someone goes up by 2 games, all of a sudden it's out of your hands and you're playing on your back foot. You might have to reverse sweep. If GCU comes out the gate slow, comes out the gates not aggressive, they can really get punished by that. Or on the flip side, if San Jose State comes and plays very, very, I guess you could say shaky and very, once again, touch heavy, they could not find each other on the pitch, especially downfield for passes, and all of a sudden GCU is cutting him off in the midfield and turning the game into a sweep, really.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing that you got to worry about is the momentum, because if you start losing ground too early and you can't recover mentally, it's going to be a little rough, which is why I think GCU kind of has that edge here, because with Coach Stormy out there and all of the GCU fans sitting in that crowd cheering them on, it's going to be a lot harder for San Jose to break the mentality of these players than it will be for GCU to break San Jose.
Yeah, GCU has the home crowd cheering them on here today, and that can really help mental, especially in a game like Rocket League where every single little thing can really affect, once again, your mental. Once again, I mentioned demos before. Demo-heavy play style can really just change how people think about the game, and as the game progresses and goes on, I wonder if that will affect the San Jose State players at all.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's kind of not so fun of not having them here with us, is you can't see the reactions of those guys as they get either swept or are sweeping GCU, so it's going to be kind of hard to tell if they're still in it or if they start breaking, but I think the gameplay will start speaking for itself once we get into it later on here.
Yeah, that's right. And once again, the crowd here today, all excited for some GCU Rocket League. Get loud up in the crowd, man. We are excited here, our inaugural matchup, and it's just a great atmosphere for a great team.
Yes, sir. Lopes up. They're excited. I'm excited. I'm ready to see GCU start doing some good momentum here and start putting San Jose in their place and get a good start here in the Mountain West Conference.
Right. Now, me personally, I love GCU, but I hope the game's a little close. Just, you always love a Game 5, a little bit of a Game 5 OT, especially as a caster, right? You love casting those type of games. But, man, if GCU can walk out of here with the sweep, once again, it can dictate the rest of the season down the line. Stormy can get his guys ready for the next game, but we have to focus on the game here today.
Yes, sir, and I think we're about ready to get into it here.
Yeah, which team will come up on top? GCU Esports versus San Jose State. We are rock and roll and ready to go at GCU Arena. Let's get into the game.
Yes, sir, let's watch some car soccer. Now, we're going to find out in just a second here if the aggression Grand Canyon is known for is going to come out swinging, or if they're going to let San Jose kind of rest on their laurels a little bit, but only time will tell.
Yep, as the players get low up in the lobby here, we are here, ready to go. 5 minutes on the clock. Best of 5 gameplay. Let's do it.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. All right, we got a good kickoff here from San Jose, taking it to the corner of GCU. BU kind of positioning. There's that touch-heavy gameplay again, kind of shooting it off into the corner.
Yep, Nando, a little bit of control here. BU cuts it off across the field, tries to get up and over for his teammates. Cobb is there first, can't quite get past Nando. Bean Boy is there to clean up.
Yep, that aggression, they already started getting a little bit of bumps there from GCU onto San Jose, but the control from GCU is flipping this quite quickly back onto the defensive side of San Jose, but it's just a matter of time if that touch game is going to be advantageous or disadvantageous against the aggression of the Lopes.
Yeah. Bean Boy, a little bit low boost here, trying to collect. Gets a pop high. Might have left it over to BU. BU with a shot on net. Saved out by Nightmare Rally once again with the saves. Nightmare Rally can really just dominate the pitch on the back end. And
Nando flips it immediately. Good save by Nightmare, followed up by the captain going in and just making sure that, no, GCU is going to be the one to set the pace right now. First goal goes to GCU.
Nightmare Rally gets the save, gets the touch out, gets a nice little redirect off the sidewall there. Cobb makes a little bit of mistouch. Nando is there to clean it up. What a great play from GCU.
Kind of flipped from the last one. Kickoff going on the side of GCU already, trying to capitalize on the momentum that Nando set up for the team.
Yeah, Nightmare Rally off the sidewall there. No one really there for GCU. Now Bean Boy backtracking, can do a little bit mechanically here, trying to pinch it past one. Does that, a little errant touch. Cobb has to scramble back to his own half. Bean Boy is trying to get 50. A little bit of mistouch in the corner from San Jose State. Nando trying to clean up once again, but BU kind of, with the 50s, kind of dominating down the field.
Yeah, he was able to get past Nightmare there, kind of the backbone of the GCU defense, but it's all right because Bean Boy was able to catch up right after him. That's the thing with GCU is they know how to cover each other's blind spots.
Yeah, Bean Boy has control now, trying to go up the wall himself, trying to get one touch, back across the mid. No one quite there for GCU. What a great save from BU there. Cayenne Wolf tries to get a touch, gets it back mid. Nando hits it over the Bean Boy. No, my bad. Nightmare Rally gets a touchdown. A big whiff from San Jose State. Kind of sets up GCU back the other way, but BU's there first to cut it out.
Yeah, San Jose State, it seems BU is definitely kind of establishing himself as the head player of their team, kind of taking charge, being the one to force momentum. And Nando follows up with a second goal, getting right past the line of San Jose State. That's what we like to see.
Nando with the two-peat here. What a shot from the corner. Just kind of slotting it home there. Nando puts GCU up by 2. Still a lot of time left in the game, but Nando's looking real strong.
Yeah, that momentum that GCU's carrying is not seeming to let up at all, as all of the players on the side of GCU equally kind of understand each other and follow through. It's not a one player just carrying the ball on the side of GCU as it seems to be from San Jose.
Right. San Jose State not really getting a lot of passes, not playing off of each other as much. Once again, going into that touch-heavy gameplay, GCU really cutting it out here. BU trying to take a little bit of his control into the game and impose it on the GCU, but GCU really just taking him off the field.
Yeah, we're seeing more aggression from GCU for a third goal. There was bumps, there was demos, and Nando following up again for goal number 3. El Capitan for a reason.
El Capitan with the trifecta here. BU, a little bit of help there, helps Nando a little bit there, but GCU once again looking real strong. Lots of time left, but GCU is kind of dominating this first game.
Yeah, this is what happens when you let the Lopes just kind of start a stampede here, because we're up 3-0 now, and San Jose has been heavily relying on BU to be the playmaker and get the momentum, but GCU just, their communication prevents him from doing anything on his own.
Right, you always have one player for GCU always there to contest. Right here is Nightmare Rally, always there to contest BU. BU really can't get anything going as Nando is on the ball once again, one-on-one, defender with no boost, gets a 50. BU is there for the touch out. Bean Boy there to collect.
Yeah, Bean Boy right there. He's able to read the ball. The players on the side of GCU able to kind of just feel each other out and understand where each person on their team is currently and be able to read where BU is going to send it, because Cayenne and Cobb are causing some issues for GCU, but not nearly as much as BU.
Yeah, GCU's letting San Jose really play into them here. Once again, the heavy touches are really not working out for San Jose State. GCU's just opting to control, beat one player, beat two player, just like here with Cobb, just touching it away. Bean Boy's there to collect, hits over the Nightmare Rally. Nightmare Rally tries to get over another.
Yeah, the touch game for San Jose not seeming to really amount to much of anything here. It does lead to a couple of shots on goal, but the defensive players on the side of GCU are always able to catch it, especially when it's just BU kind of carrying it away and not a whole lot of passing between them.
Right, Nando here trying to get under one, opts for try to go for a bump here, gets one, deletes Cayenne Wolf off the field. Bean Boy back to collect. Once again, heavy touch from San Jose State, sets Bean Boy up on trying to go back across the length of the field. Nando's on the other side over the Nightmare Rally, back over the Bean Boy. Bean Boy gets it past one, is someone there, BU knocks it away from San Jose State.
Nando and Nightmare right there to try and save it, but it doesn't matter. Cayenne gets the first goal for San Jose State, attempting to reverse the momentum that the Lopes had already gotten.
Yeah, a little bit of mistouch there from Nando there, and Nightmare Rally just really couldn't follow it up. Great play from San Jose State to put GCU out of position and try to get something back in with 40 seconds left on the clock.
40 seconds to get 2 goals. Nothing's impossible, but I mean, they already have the momentum, and there we go with Bean Boy. No, they're not going to let him keep that one goal to make up that gap at all. They're going to make sure that they're still 3 ahead.
Yeah, Bean Boy and Nando being great follow-ups here. Nando gets it off the sidewall, knocks it up to the top corner. Not quite in, but Bean Boy's right there to clean it up.
Yeah, kind of just throwing it back in their face a little bit, because San Jose, when they got their goal, there was the 2 of the GCU Lopes there. Nightmare breaking it away immediately, not quite able to follow through on a goal just yet, but already putting the momentum back on the side of GCU.
Yeah, BU trying to make something happen for his team here. Nightmare Rally, great defense by him. Bean Boy, first to it, looking for a 50 here. Just Cayenne Wolf kind of hands it to him. BU trying to contest, back over to Nando. Nando with some control, trying to get it in.
Bean Boy, not quite off the side there, but that was some beautiful chemistry between the 2 of them.
Yeah, we saw a great game here from Grand Canyon, just kind of shutting down anything BU could do. Great contest by GCU, just like right there by Nightmare Rally. And GCU trying to get one more for the road. Just back down the way of San Jose State. Nightmare Rally with another great save. BU trying to keep it up, but I think this game is well said and done.
Kind of clinging to the last string here, trying to not go out with such a big gap, but it seems like it might be GCU trying to find an extra nail in the coffin. But that's game one, going to the Lopes.
Man, that shot there was kind of crazy from Bean Boy, but almost went in.
Yeah, almost.
GCU really dictating, once again, the pace of play, especially Nando here, playing off of every San Jose State mistouch. And I think that's the story of this first game.
Yeah, GCU showing that the aggression is going to set the pace here because they broke down San Jose's line almost immediately and didn't really let up. And while there was a goal on the side of San Jose, they weren't able to translate that into anything because the Lopes aggression was able to shut it down immediately after.
Yeah, outside of that, outside of BU really, San Jose State once again kept opting for very heavy touches, and GCU said, fine, that's fine. It'll be in our half for a little bit, and then we'll beat two of you guys going back down the field, and all of a sudden, it's in your net.
Yep, and now it's going to be whether or not San Jose is going to be able to have some kind of recovery strategy, because clearly whatever they were trying to do in the first game didn't really amount to much.
Yeah, man, San Jose State has to make some type of adjustments. If they can get really good control on the ball, or at the very least, the heavy touches can turn into heavy passes, I guess you could say. If they have someone lurking downfield for those heavy touches, it can really make those heavy touches powerful.
Oh yeah, the communication between the team on San Jose is going to be interesting to see if it develops any further, because them all being kind of a new composition, I think they're still trying to feel out how to read each other.
Yeah. A little kickoff strat off the bat here for GCU. Nando pre-jumping, gets the touch though. Bean Boy trying to chase, gets a demo here. Bean Boy with the demos. Nightmare Rally, not quite the touch he wanted. Cayenne Wolf there to clean it up.
Beautiful follow through by Cayenne Wolf. Nightmare and Bean Boy both trying to take it across, but they kind of ended up setting it up there for Cayenne to get the first goal of game two with only 13 seconds down.
Yeah, slight errant touch off the hood of Nightmare Rally's car kind of dictates the play in that goal, but they come right back out swinging. Bean Boy is up in the air, no one up there to contest him, gets a reset, trying to get over one. Cayenne Wolf there to block it out.
Cayenne's starting to show up a little bit, but Nando's ready to put more pressure on it, setting up Nightmare Rally for the follow-through, tying it up almost immediately after San Jose got one. GCU, again, not letting that hope stay there for very long.
This is just a perfect tactical GCU play on what they are. Nando with the touch off the backboard, Nightmare Rally to slot it home. Bean Boy bumping the player out the net. Just a great play all around, exactly how they want to play this game.
Yeah, do not get in front of this herd because they're going to roll you over. BU trying to reverse it again, but the defensive play on GCU's side is immaculate.
And a little bit of miscommunication there in the corner, but Nando takes it himself. Nightmare Rally tries to get off the sidewall. This would be disgusting. Tries to get a touch right to the middle. Almost gets it. That would have been a worldly shot.
That was almost nasty, but it doesn't matter. The pressure's still on for GCU. They're not going to quite let up just yet. They got too much going on now.
Yeah, San Jose State would like to push here, but none really of their team have boost. Nando trying to get it down with the demos in tow, but Nightmare Rally back again, tries to get it over, but BU just air dribbles it home. What a play from San Jose State.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. They were able to flip the aggression onto GCU a little bit, because as you see down there, Cayenne actually goes and demos Bean Boy to keep him from doing the save while BU carries. It seems like they're kind of leaning into BU being their main and letting Cayenne and Cobb run a little more of a defensive game.
Yeah, here we go again. GCU down one now. Nightmare Rally trying to take control, trying to show he can do some of what BU was doing earlier. Nando first to it. Nando trying to get out of his corner over Cobb now. Back down. Nando gets it again. Touch under. Cayenne Wolf trying to cut it out. No one really there for Grand Canyon University except Bean Boy tries to get off the back wall, but San Jose State doing a good job so far defending.
Still in the corner. You're seeing a lot more touches on the side of San Jose. Trying to play a little more communicative. They're definitely trying to play more as a team right now than they were in the last game.
Yeah, they're rotating very well right now, but not against the passes across the middle. Almost there for GCU. Those passes are core for GCU trying to get their goal.
Yeah, good shot by Nando. Nightmare trying to see if he can follow through the same thing, but Cayenne blocks it. But Nando throws it right back in his face.
Nando with another follow-up all series long. He's been hitting these follow-ups either off his teammates, off the other team. Just no matter what, he is the first one to the ball, the first one there to slot it home. Now it's 2-2. A lot of time left once again, but GCU looking real strong coming back into this game.
Yeah, beautiful read there. by Nando, and being able to recover what he knew was going to be a block and position himself perfectly to use it as a rebound to set himself up for a beautiful goal there.
Nando almost trying to get a pass across there to Nightmare Rally. That would have been insane if he got that. But Nightmare Rally there first to the ball. GCU trying to hold this pressure. San Jose State opting to try to control a little bit. They're playing a little bit slower here, opting once again for control. Bean Boy, touch high. BU trying to get first to it. Knocked out by the
trying to center it out, trying to find a follow through by one of his teammates. Bean Boy's there, but loses the 50.
Oh, back across the middle. Nando was last man. BU has an open net. He kind of just walks it in there. Musty flicks it across. San Jose State gets their goal back.
Much better gameplay from San Jose. That's what we like to see, putting it, getting a little more aggression and able to break through GCU's line. But it's not too big of a gap. I mean, it's only a 1-goal difference right now, and it's not an easy fight.
That's right, lots of time left in this game. But BU with a beautiful 50 there to set up just a walk in the park. But Nightmare Rally tries to get it mid now. Bean Boy tries to slide it home. Cayenne Wolf playing great defense so far here today. Nightmare Rally trying to get another one back to the middle, but Cobb says no thank you.
Nando reads that though and tries to take it back. Nightmare able to try and set something up here. We'll see if there's a good follow through. Takes it away from BU right over the goal, but nothing to quite tap it in.
And Nando first to it again. Cobb with a big whiff. BU there to clean it up. Bean Boy first to it. Nightmare Rally. Pass up to Nando. Nando tries to get a slammer on net. BU has no boost, but somehow reaches it. Bean Boy there first, trying to get back mid. Gets another touch. Nando shot on net.
But it's followed up by Nightmare to make sure it still goes in. Nando hit it off the sidebar, but Nightmare was there to clean it up a little bit and not let San Jose just kind of breathe after that kind of close miss there. What a shot right over Cayenne.
Once again, Nando to Nightmare Rally has been the bread and butter for this game. Just great plays from the two, hitting it off the backboard and Nightmare Rally finishing it home.
Seems San Jose won the 50 on the kickoff, but Bean Boy doesn't let it stay that way.
Yeah, that's right. Nando knocking it back down to the San Jose State half. He gets a 50 here, trying to get another touch mid. Control over by San Jose State, blocked out by Nightmare Rally. Who's first to it is Cayenne Wolf. Nightmare Rally with a great defensive stop there. Cobb almost got it.
Goal. That's scary. It's getting tight here. A little too close for comfort for the Lopes.
Yep, Bean Boy trying to start his own pressure. Nando with a flick trying to get over one.
BU doesn't let it happen though. Again, kind of showing that he's going to be kind of the main character for San Jose right now. So if you can get past him, the Lopes' chances start going way up.
Pass across. San Jose State really utilizing some of the passes now, and it's really kind of changed how they've played this game. Nightmare Rally over to Nando. Nando tries to get a touch, blocked out by BU. Great play by him. Bean Boy trying to get back across to Nando. Nothing quite there. It's kind of stuck in the corner of San Jose State, and GCU can't quite get a mid.
Yeah, both teams kind of at an impasse here where both are not quite able to start getting leverage on the other one. Bean Boy trying to center it out, but Cobb is there to take it away anyways.
And Grand Canyon using some of their follow-ups, and Cobb with a great shot demo, just great placement, goes up by 1, 30 seconds left. GCU now on the back foot.
Nando with the valiant attempt to try and save it there, but it doesn't matter as he gets taken out and the goal follows through. With 30 seconds left on the clock, it is a 1-goal difference in favor of San Jose.
Yeah, San Jose State trying to take their first game of the series. A little bit of a fake kickoff from GCU. Bean Boy up to Nightmare Rally. BU's there first. He says, no, this is my ball. I'm cutting this out. Nando trying to go for a sidewall here. Can't quite reach it. Nando trying to go up again, looking for a demo. Nightmare Rally first to it. Shot out
Beautiful
from Bean
setup
Boy.
for Bean Boy to follow through. Tying the game with 15 seconds left. It is a back and forth seesaw match right now.
What a play, just once again off the sidewall. It doesn't matter who it is, someone's going to follow up from GCU. A little bit of double commit in the corner from San Jose State. Doesn't let anyone be back for the save, and 15 seconds left, we have a tie ball game.
Yeah, GCU kind of set San Jose up there by letting the aggression be consistent and then pulling it away from them right at the last second. 8 seconds left. We'll see if we're definitely probably going to go into overtime here unless one of these teams can find that goal to cement it.
Nando trying to get back to Nightmare Rally, but yes, we go into overtime here. Ball hits the ground, and here we go. GCU, San Jose State. San Jose State trying to take their first game of the series. Nando trying to control it. BU with a great demo there. Cobb gets a touch out, a little bit of heavy touch, but he gets it again here. Trying to get one. Doesn't really have boost to follow.
Nando's right there to make sure that, Nightmare Rally's not the only defensive player to look out for.
That's right. Bean Boy trying to play some defense here of his own. Doesn't really have boost to go up for this, but tries to pinch it over to his teammates. Nando's there first. Nightmare Rally knocks it out, and Great pressure reliever from Nightmare.
Yeah,
right there.
trying to relieve the pressure that GCU was feeling there as San Jose kept it in their corner, but they're all the GCU players are able to rotate out into their defensive plays there to make sure that it doesn't quite get as close as San Jose wants it. Nando trying to find a line here to get into a good shot position for one of his teammates. It's right across the goal for Bean Boy to take a shot. Not quite there, but it was close.
San Jose State's other two players outside of BU kind of turtling up in this game here. It's really dictating how Grand Canyon can start really using their aggression here. Big fake from Bean Boy there. Nando tries to follow it up, gets beat out by Kyan Wolf, gets another pass, trying to get a pogo to pinch back to the middle. What was that?
Yeah, Kyan with a breakaway just for Nando to shut it back down and send it back the other way for Bean Boy to fight with Kyan over this again. Cobb versus Nando off the top bar to Nightmare Rally, but out of the corner and back into Nando's hands.
Nando opts to try to control it. Kyan Wolf first to it. Kyan Wolf is really strong in this game. Bean Boy trying to get off the back. Did a little bit of a team bump there. BU trying to get it out from his corner. Gets it across the field over to his teammate, and Bean Boy tries to cut it out.
Getting more demos on the side of San Jose. It feels like they're getting a little aggressive, maybe a little frustrated, because that is a score for Nando to cement game 2 for the side of GCU. And what a match that was.
What a shot by Nando there, just straight cleaning up the ball. Man, San Jose State had kind of turtled up throughout the whole minute 44 of overtime, and the second they saw that ball pop out, they're like, this is our chance, let's go get it, and GCU cut it out instantly.
Yeah, you got to give credit to San Jose for being able to get such a closer game after what we witnessed in the first one, but it kind of made them maybe a little too comfortable because GCU was able to start reading them a lot better. Because, I mean, we saw that in the fake-out kickoff from GCU where that led to a goal pretty fast because they didn't meet the expectations that San Jose was ready for.
That's right. San Jose State tried to make adjustments in this past game. They started playing very more team-oriented, but once it got into overtime, they really lost a lot of that core knowledge, I guess you could say, that core aspect of their gameplay that let them get into that game and even lead it at some points of the game, too.
Yeah, they did have the lead for the majority of it, but that didn't break the Lopes at all. Their mental was strong. They kept communicating. They were able to rotate. It didn't feel like there was any one person who was responsible for that, as all Nightmare, Bean Boy, and Nando all cycled between being the defensive, being the playmakers, and setting up some beautiful shots for each of them to get a sink in there.
Yeah, now San Jose State on the back foot having to reverse sweep now. San Jose State down by 2. What do you think happens?
I think that there is a chance, considering what we just saw in Game 2, they are able to respond to the pressure that GCU puts on. It's just going to be a matter of if they can still read them and keep the communication that they gained from that last game.
All right, back we go into Game 3. GCU trying to tie it up, but BU with a big flick right into the net, off rip, just letting it be known that we will not go quite.
What a pace setter from the side of San Jose here, breaking it away immediately out of kickoff, not even 4 seconds into the match.
I think that's the scariest part of this game. If BU can really lock it down, lock his mechanics down, he can really, once again, like Nando, take over this game. But it really depends on his supporting cast and how he can get into those positions.
Trying to break it off here, GCU trying to follow through and respond with a goal of their own, using their aggression to break through their communication lines. But San Jose is starting to get a much stronger rotation game here.
San Jose State rotating much stronger. They're opting to kind of do what GCU did in the first half. Now BU has a little bit of control over the top. Nightmare Rally. It's a great defense there, trying to get another touch. Opts to go for a reset. Can't go quite past Kyan Wolf. Kyan Wolf has once again had a great game. Really kind of the play that surprised me the most here today. And yeah, San Jose State can't quite get anything, but they're up by 1. They don't really need anything.
Yeah, good defensive read on the side of GCU. San Jose kind of just playing a more defensive game, not letting themselves overextend too much. Almost set up beautifully there for a response goal by GCU, but it's all right. They'll take a demo anyways.
Yeah, GCU opting to instead do what San Jose State was kind of doing in the first game, some of these heavy touches. But San Jose State doesn't really have the aggression in the offense to do what GCU did to them in the first game. So it turns into San Jose State really turtling up in their back half.
Beautiful communication on the side of GCU though here. They're not going to let the momentum change into anything. Huge save by Nightmare, but it doesn't matter as BU follows through anyways. Quite the save, followed through by a great follow-up on the side of San Jose.
Man, leaning back and knock it out, but can't quite get out the box. BU sees this opportunity, knocks it home. San Jose State up 2-0 in a very important match for them.
Yes, this is a good start for San Jose. They might actually be able to start gaining some momentum here, but the Lopes will not go down without a fight. But you did see there BU kind of doing what Nando did earlier on, where Nando was able to recover something that wasn't supposed to happen, and Nando goes with the recovery. Nobody on the side of San Jose able to get in the way.
Nando says, I've been doing that all series long. First to the ball, knocks it across the crossbar, and slots it home. He gives GCU life in this game with 3 minutes left.
Quite beautiful, and maybe there was a little bit of relaxation on the side of San Jose there that let that happen, but either way, the gap is now back to a 1-point difference between San Jose and GCU.
Yeah, BU trying to take the ball across. Great defense from Bean Boy there to knock it out. Bean Boy trying to get 50 there. Can't quite get it. Kanye Wolf, great play by him. Cobb trying to take it for himself, trying to get some type of pressure in this game. BU, great pass over to him, trying to get off the ceiling. That would have been crazy, but Bean Boy says no thank you.
The defensive play style of GCU is hard to break, especially when they're all right there waiting to read it. There was a shot there by Bean Boy, but BU's there to save it. Again, kind of being the anchor of the team on the side of San Jose.
Bean Boy going back to their game one, just going back to the bread and butter, what worked for them before. And now they're getting it past. Nando pass to BU, back to the defense, but Nando tries to get back mid. Bean Boy touch over Cobb. Cobb tries
not
to
able to touch it, but BU is able to recover for him.
Yep, GCU is now in their half. Nando's first to this ball. Nando tries to get it out, kind of slams it over to BU. BU can't get his footing on the ceiling there. Bean Boy, great 50 by him. Can he follow it up? Trying to get back mid. Cobb with a great defensive effort.
Keeping momentum heading towards San Jose's goal there. Not quite letting up. And you're seeing a lot of good defensive plays on the side of San Jose as well. Not quite letting it become a steamroll. But Bean Boy is there to set it up for Nando to follow through and tie the game up with 2 minutes left.
What is that, 8 goals for Nando here? Just great plays from Nando. Just following up everything he gets a chance to, like, he sees. Every time it comes across the box, somehow Nando's there. He's the first to it. He says, this is my goal. So it's 2-2 now, and GCU finds himself back in the tie game.
Yeah, you got to be careful with those chemical reactions by the GCU, but it doesn't matter. Cayenne's starting to show up here a lot more in this game, breaking through the line of defense of GCU and able to get goal number 3 for San Jose.
Just knocks it right past Nando, and GCU really getting burned by these kickoff goals. This is number 2 so far from San Jose State. At first, we saw the flick from BU. Now we see the shot from Cayenne Wolf, and GCU really has to lock these kickoffs down if they want a chance to this game.
Yeah, Cayenne's starting to prove that he's not just a side character for BU's glory here, making sure that he can actually make plays for himself and that GCU doesn't count him out just because BU's kind of the main focus. BU with another shot. Nightmare with a beautiful save over to Nando to reverse the momentum back towards San Jose.
Nando tries to get an air dribble over, can't quite get it. Nightmare Rally tries to be first to a BU with a great touch over 2. He's still tracking down the field, tracking down the ball here, trying to get back mid for his teammate. Nando cuts it out perfectly.
Nando able to read BU's movements pretty well, able to tell when he's going to try and take a shot or when he's going to try and fake it, but not quite able to flip it out completely onto the side of GCU just yet.
Yeah, San Jose State leaning in some demos of their own. There's a little bit of width there from Nightmare Rally, but Nando's there to clean it up. Nando tries to get a double across, a little bit of help from Cobb, sends it down to the San Jose half. And BU controlling it. Nightmare Rally first to it. Once again, they're starting to cut out BU once again.
Yeah, not letting BU be the only piece of the pie on the side of San Jose. Beautiful setup for Nando to follow through with another goal to tie it up again. The chemical reactions, like I was talking about earlier on the side of GCU, sometimes it doesn't need 2 players. Sometimes it's just Nando bouncing off the wall to Cayenne. It looks like that was an own goal.
Yeah, that was an own goal there. Cayenne kind of gets discombobulated on the back wall there. Just tries to go down and get some type of touch. Turns out that touch was in his net. And now GCU ties up the game once again. Now they have a lot of pressure here. Nightmare Alley tracking for a demo. Nando trying to go for a double tap.
But not quite able to follow through just yet. That was way too hairy for the side of San Jose. Breaks back away towards the side of San Jose, but Nando's able to recover it. Try to keep that momentum. Another shot on the goal, but not quite able to follow through. Kind of just goes straight across. But there's a lot of movement on the ball.
Yeah, Nightmare Alley can't really control it. They're playing into San Jose State's play style with these boomer plays. Nando, touch across. Once again, it's kind of slamming the ball away, but Nando can follow it up. Nando trying to get across, but no one there for GCU. Cayenne Wolf, no boost, but he stays on this play. Cobb, touch high over to Nando. Nando fakes it for Nightmare Alley. Nightmare Alley, once again, gets to it. BU dangerous on the ball.
B with the touch, Nando trying to make sure it gets away. Kyan and Cobb both trying to go there. Neither actually make a connection, and we got 5 seconds left, and we're way too close to San Jose's goal. It might actually cement it, but not quite. Nightmare Rally with a shot, and it goes through! What a shot by Nightmare, cementing game 3 for the Lopes on the last second.
0 seconds for Nightmare Rally. What a great shot. No time left on the clock. He slots it home. What a play from him.
That was a beautiful way to finish out this series for the Lopes. I mean, we saw a great fight on the side of San Jose, but the momentum and the aggression from the side of GCU was not something that they could keep up with.
It wasn't game 5, but the inaugural series of the Mountain West really delivered here today, and that was a great matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go look back on everything and pick a favorite moment, but I mean, what an ending to a series like this. I mean, it was beautiful.
That's right, Nightmare Rally, just great shot from the corner across the net. No one was really expecting it, really. I wasn't expecting it. You weren't expecting it.
No.
San Jose State definitely wasn't expecting it. And Nightmare Rally sends San Jose State packing here in the game 3.
That is how you want to see the Lopes start off this season, because that was a beautiful nail in the coffin on the San Jose.
A statement win there from San Jose State. Nando really just made great plays there, just diving at everything across the pitch. If it crossed his face, if it crossed his vision, he was the first to it. He was the first there to make a play on the ball and oftentimes score it.
Yeah, some beautiful chemical reactions on the side of GCU. I mean, Nando was able to pass to Cayenne to make a goal for the side of GCU. So, I mean, they're not even going to let their own teammates be safe from the kind of chemistry that they're able to break out there.
Yeah, I saw a lot of great, powerful plays from Nando there. Also, Nightmare Rally really held the defense together there. There was a couple times he got kind of, I guess, taken advantage of. There was a 2v1 on the back half where he got demoed. But outside of that, he made some great touches on defense and made some great plays.
Yeah, and talk about a final goal to cement that he's not just a defensive player either. He's able to make sure that, no, this game ends now. We're not taking this to overtime. We're not letting it get you this reset on your mentality. We're just going to make sure that we win.
Yeah, going back to El Capitan, he just played a great game today. And, yeah, in Nightmare Rally and Bean Boy as well.
Yeah, that was beautiful. How about you guys back in the studio? What did you think of that insane finishing match there?
I think my favorite moment was every goal that we scored. We had so many close calls, and I was on the edge of my seat the entire game, along with all of the fans who you can feel from right here.
The fans are literally my favorite part of this whole night. First, we passed out 22 box combos to the first fans who arrived. Then, every fan got a free Rockstar. So, needless to say, I think they've been hype all night. We want to thank Rockstar and Raising Cane's for supporting GCU Esports in the Mountain West.
Wait, I didn't even know we had free Rockstars. Next time, I'm definitely going to have to join the fans so I can get my own.
Yes, you have to. Now, let's send it over to Nightmare Rally and Jacob.
Thank you, guys. I'm here with Nightmare Rally, like we said, who had that amazing finishing goal to finish out match 3 of the set. How do you feel right now?
So excited, dude. My heart's pumping. I mean, that last goal was like, I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I was calling the pass to Nando, and it just so happened to go in the net. And super exciting feeling when I saw the clock, and it was 0 seconds. I'm like, we just won. It's like, so, yeah, super excited.
Yeah, the chemistry of everybody out there was insane. You guys all had very good communication, especially on the side of the defense, but you never quite let San Jose get a foothold. What was the mentality behind all of that that kept you guys from really letting them get any momentum?
So I think the main thing was just trusting each other. We obviously we have comms, we're talking to each other the whole game, and we had the ability to call each other off the ball and be comfortable doing that. So when one of us wanted to go and the other was going, like telling them to leave the ball, and that really helped the chemistry stay up, and it allowed us to get a lot of plays where like we'd start with one guy going, getting a really good attack, and then the second guy would hit it off backboard, and the third guy's able to score it in because we just were talking a lot, communicating bumps. There's a lot of goals that we got where we were bumping the other team, and we would just call, I'm bumping, and then once you get that bump, we're like, it's open, and you get a free shot.
Oh yeah, what did you feel like against the team composition of San Jose? Because again, like we said, they're kind of a new team composition. These guys haven't played too much before. Could you tell if there was some sort of like lack of communication on their side, or if they were still trying to figure out how to read each other at all?
It's a little bit hard to tell what's going on in the mind of the opponent. We're kind of just focusing on playing our game and just focus on our game. But one thing that we like to do a lot is just make sure we get a lot of passes off and get the bumps just to catch them off guard. And I think especially the bumps, we're just catching them off guard a lot. They weren't ready for it. Like, there's so many times I'd go for a bump and they were just kind of sitting there. They just weren't ready to dodge it. And that allowed us to get a lot more offensive plays than, honestly, that they should have allowed because they weren't ready for us.
Yeah, I mean, watching the game, it definitely felt like on the side of San Jose, the main person to look out for was BU. Do you feel like that you felt that out there as well, or was it all them working together as more of a unit?
It kind of felt like more of a unit, I would say. I didn't really notice like a single player on the pitch that was completely dominant. Like, in the moment, really just focusing on your own game, like just making sure that I'm doing what I need to be doing to be in the right position for my team, and just making sure that we beat the other team. So, I mean, I didn't notice too much about like a one-sided like player carry on the other team. It was just we just played it like as a group better. We played as a team like better than they did.
Oh, yeah. Your guys' communication was on point. So many good defensive plays, especially from you at the front half of most of those matches. And then, I mean, you had to make sure that they know that you're not just a defensive player at the end, right?
Yeah, I did have one save that I was, like, super excited because it was goal line, barely got it, and then I jumped off the post, almost got that second one. That would have been awesome.
Yeah,
but,
that was
really close. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I love playing offense. I usually, like, focus on a lot of offensive plays. I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve, but getting that last goal was just super exciting, just like showing that like I can score too. Like.
Oh yeah, and I'm excited to see more of that aggression from you to mix up with the team, but sadly we're gonna have to save that for the next match we see because I'm actually out of time. So thank you for coming up here and joining me.
Of course, thanks for having me.
All right, back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you to everyone who watched tonight's Mountain West Rocket League series between San Jose State and Grand Canyon University. Congratulations on your victory, GCU!
And if you missed this game or the stream, don't worry. You guys can catch us every Monday on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Mountain West Network, and Camplay. And trust me, you guys will not want to miss it. We'll see you all next week when GCU takes on Hawaii at 8 p.m. And to keep up with all the action, highlights, and behind-the-scenes fun, make sure you're following at esports_GCU on social media. And we'll see you next time, Lopes.